Hi, I'm glad you guys could join me today. I'm at my friend Brian's kitchen here in Santa Cruz, and I get a lot of requests at my classes to do desserts without using dairy. So the fact that we're coming into Christmas and everybody loves chocolate, I thought I would show you all how to make a chocolate mousse without using dairy. So what we're going to do, this is a Vitamix, but you can use any kind of a blender to make this. So what we have here is I have 2 cups of raw almonds that I have soaked in some water for about 4 hours. So we're going to take these and we're going to add these to the Vitamix. And normally when I make nut milk, I like to do a ratio of 1 cup nuts to 3 cups water. But because we're making a mousse, I want this milk to be a little bit richer. So we're doing 2 cups of nuts and I'm adding 2 cups of water. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the water and we're going to just put it in the blender. Now we're going to create some noise. So we're going to turn this on. You would like to use any kind of a cotton mesh bag, or this is a nylon mesh bag. You can even use cheesecloth. So we're going to put this in a bowl. We're going to set that there. And we're going to take this almond milk, this is almonds mixed with water. We're going to pour this into our mesh bag, just like that. Let's put this out of the way. And now we're going to pretend like, I don't know how else to say it, we're milking a cow. You're going to gently squeeze on this. And what will happen is the liquid will separate from the skins of the almond and the pulp, and that's what's going to create your almond milk. This recipe right here is also, it's fabulous if you use hazelnuts, but for today we only had almonds. But hazelnuts, you could also use Brazil nuts. So we're going to keep squeezing on this. And then this leftover pulp that we have, you can use this pulp to make crackers. You could put it in a dehydrator and dry this and make it into almond flour. So don't throw this away. I put this in my freezer, and when I have enough of this stored up, then I make raw tiramisu, or I'll do a raw cake with this and I add this almond pulp to my crackers. Yeah. Okay. Normally I would squeeze the daylights out of this, but for today, there we go. Let me put this in the sink. So now we've made almond milk, and this is what it looks like, just like this. So we've taken our almond milk and we've poured it back into the blender, and I've got 4 cups of almond milk. Now to this almond milk, we're going to add, this is 1/4 cup of dates, and I use the medjool dates, and don't forget to take the pit out. So we're going to add the 1/4 cup of medjool dates. I also like to use the zest of an orange. So we've got the zest of an orange. That's what all the flavor is in the rind. I'm using 1 vanilla bean. So we've got the vanilla bean. I also like to add a little bit of orange juice. I love the flavor of orange with chocolate. We're going to add just a pinch of sea salt. And a pinch comes out to about 1/16 of a teaspoon. Now we're going to add raw cacao, and this is raw cacao. This is not powdered cocoa. And I have here 1/4 cup and 2 tablespoons of raw cacao. Then I have over here on the stove, I'm also going to add later some coconut butter. So let's see, we are going to blend this up. I like to taste as I go. Scrape down the sides a little bit. And then I'm going to taste this for sweetness. Let's see. It's good, but I think I would like it a little bit sweeter. So I'm going to use a product called Yacon syrup. This is a tuber that comes from South America, and this is a great sweetener to use because it doesn't affect people that have blood sugar issues, people with diabetes. We've already added dates, so I really don't want to add any more sweetener like that that's going to raise people's blood sugar levels. So we're going to use a little bit of this Yacon, and a little goes a long way. It has a flavor similar to maple syrup. And we'll put just a little bit more in. So maybe that's a tablespoon total that I'm putting in. We'll see if this does the trick. And we still have the coconut butter to add, so that'll impart a little more flavor. Taste this again. See if I can tell a difference. Oh yeah, that's really good. So now what I'm going to do is, hang on. What I have here is I have half a cup of coconut butter. Now coconut butter is different than coconut oil. Coconut butter is where they've taken the coconut meat and the oil together, so there's more body to this. And we're going to add this to our mixture. And what I've done is I've taken this and I've put it in a double boiler. And if you don't have a double boiler, you can create one. You can take hot water and pour it in a pan, take your coconut butter, put this in a jar, set this in the pan with hot water, and then put a lid on, and that will soften this up so you can get this to mix better. And this is going to add a really nice richness. Okay, here's my lid. Let's get this blended up. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the secret ingredients, because right now we've got this all mixed up. The flavor tastes great, but it's still real watery. So what's going to turn this into a mousse? I have the secret ingredient. I'm using chia seeds. Now, if you were to take the chia seeds whole and add this to the mixture, it will thicken it up, but it'll give you the flavor, not the flavor, but it'll give you the texture of tapioca. And I don't want that tapioca texture. I want this to be creamier like a chocolate mousse would be. So what I've done is I've got a half a cup of chia seeds, and I've taken these and I've put these in a coffee grinder, and I've ground them up so they're almost like a powder. So now we're going to add this to our mixture. We're going to slowly blend this up. Now we have the magic thickener in this, and chia seeds are great. It's a great source of omega-3s, and we all could use a lot more omega-3s in our diet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this chocolate mousse, because later I'd like to serve it in these wine glasses. So we're going to take this, and we're going to pour this in. Just like that. In December, raspberries sort of reappear on the market scene, and once this has thickened up in the refrigerator to serve this, you could serve this with some fresh raspberries on top. And that's all you do. Now I'll put this in the refrigerator and let this set for about an hour, and when you take this out of the refrigerator, this will be all nice and solid, and you'll have a healthy, nutritious version of chocolate mousse. Bon appetit!